We've all heard the term pivot before, but typically when it's used in the context of startups and businesses, pivot refers to plan B. When it comes to our careers, though, pivot is the new plan A. We are actually all pivoting, big and small. This can be within your current role or business or company, or larger changes, let's say pivoting your industry or pivoting to another company altogether. But the key is that we are going to be asking and answering the question, what's next? Much more frequently than in years past. And one of the biggest mistakes that I made when pivoting and that I see other pivoters make is ignoring what's already working and focusing too much on what's not working, what they don't know, and what they don't have. So if you think like a basketball player, when a basketball player stops dribbling, they ground down with their plant foot. And in terms of career pivots, your plant foot are your strengths, your existing assets, what you're already good at, who you know, what you already have experience in, and your one-year vision of what success looks like a year from now. Then in the basketball analogy, the basketball player can scan for passing options with their pivot foot. So while you have one part of you that's rooted in your existing strengths, then you have another part of you that is scanning for people, skills, and projects that look interesting for this next direction of your career. Then the third stage of the pivot method is pilot. So this would be the basketball player starting to pass the ball around the court. Piloting is about running small experiments with 10 to 20% of your time to test the 3 E's. Do I enjoy this new area? Can I become an expert at it? And is there room to expand in the market? And you can repeat plant scan pilot over and over, in some cases for months, if not years, perfectly happily, just experimenting, doubling back down on your strengths and what's already working, and scanning. And then eventually it comes time to make a shot, or what I call in the pivot method, launch. So this would be when one of your pilots starts taking off and you decide to go all in on the new direction. By repeating plant scan pilot, you reduce risk. But ultimately, when it comes time for a launch, whether that's quitting your job or starting a business, you go all in even with any remaining uncertainty. And most pivoters I spoke with never regret their launch decision. Even if things don't pan out exactly as they planned, by the time you launch, you know that you would regret staying in place more than launching and then having to readjust if things don't work out as planned.